Knowing how to break bad news is a crucial skill as a doctor.
If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Dr. Erwin. I help high performers create habits to lead a happy and successful life. I publish new video every Thursday on the subject of happiness and success. If you don't want to miss any future video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell.
In this video, I'm going to share with you the steps involved in delivering a bad news to a patient. And I will also cover the well-known framework SPACS. SPACS stand for Setting, Perception, Invitation, Knowledge, Empathy and Emotion, and lastly, Strategy and Summarizing. So SPACS is something that was created by Bales, and you can read about it if you'd like. So as a doctor, there will be times when you have to convey difficult and bad news to a patient. And it's never easy to hear bad news, but the way you deliver it to the patient will help for the patient to feel respected, cared for, and supported. So there are steps that you can follow to deliver bad news well. Firstly, the setting needs to be right. So by setting, you need to find a quiet room where there's some privacy for the patient. So make sure that you find a quiet room where the patient can sit comfortably and where there's space for yourself to sit down and deliver the news, because you don't want to be delivering bad news in a corridor. So make sure that you have privacy. And you can also ask the patient whether they want another family member with them or a friend with them when you have to deliver this bad news. So make sure that the setting is right. If you have a phone on you, make sure that's switched to a silent mode so that you don't get interrupted, and let your colleague know where you are so that they don't interrupt you. So once the setting is right, then you can proceed on to the perception. Perception is very important so that you know where the patient is coming from. So you can ask questions about what were the symptoms that led to this investigation, what the patient think about the test, and what the ideas of the patient are, so that you know where you have to address the patient on the journey. Next step is I for invitation. In this step, you want to know whether the patient wants to know the results today. So ask the patient, do you want to know your results today? And you need to know how much they want to know. Some patients just want to know briefly, other patient may want to know at depth. So you need to get an idea how much the patient wants to know. Next step is K for knowledge. Once you have obtained permission from the patient to go forward and tell them about the investigation results, it's important to fire a warning shot before actually delivering the bad news. This will brace the family and the patient to know that there's something coming. So it's very important that you choose your words carefully. A phrase you could use is, "I'm afraid things are not going in the direction we hope." By saying this phrase, the patient and the family member know that there's something coming next. So when you deliver the bad news, then they'll brace to hear it. After that, this leads to E for emotion and empathy. So the reaction will vary according to patient, and it's very important that you give the family members and the patient the time to respond. And some may actually be very silent, others may sob and start crying. So there will be different reaction, and you need to be aware of this emotion and sensitively carry on with the conversation and show empathy in the consultation. So it's very important to manage this emotion of the patient and to respond with empathy. It's also important to make sure that the patient and the family member understand what you have delivered to them, the bad news, that they understand whether they have anything that they would like to clarify or that you need to go through this again. So make sure that the patient understands and both of you are on the same page. So once you have delivered the bad news, the patient has processed it. The next step is summarization and strategy. This is a very important step because this is where you're concluding the consultation. So many of the patients would not know where to go from there. They'll be like, Where do we go from there, doctor? What do I do now? Because this news is a shock to them and they don't know what to do next. So you need to have a good plan. If you're planning to see them again, then let them know that you're going to see them again in 3 weeks, or if you have any other plans. So make sure that you have a solid plan in place and a good strategy how they will be able to manage. So these are the 6 steps in the SPAG protocol. If you'd like to know more about it, I'd suggest you read about it. It's very important to be able to go through this framework because it's useful whenever you're having to deliver bad news to your patient.
Let me know what's your takeaway from this video. Write down in the comment section what's your takeaway. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you've not already subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future videos. I hope you find this video useful. Take care everybody. Bye bye.